Hey, what's happening, my friend? This is ViSalus Ambassador Ryan Yokome. A lot of people ask me how I hit the rank of ambassador in 10 months, and I want to teach you exactly what I did to be able to generate that six-figure income from home after struggling in this industry for years. So the simple philosophy that I used was building in threes. So I got started April 2011, and I didn't have a big network, didn't have a lot of contacts. But what I did is I got started right. I got started as the executive kit. Some of you may have gotten started as the star kit, and I was an active promoter. And from there, I went through the getting started training. So I made my list of names, and I was an internet marketer before this. I pulled out my cell phone, I pulled out my Facebook contacts, I pulled out my email contacts, and I started writing people down. And between myself and Chris, we created a list of 50 names. And we didn't prejudge anyone. We just wrote down names and phone numbers, whether we thought they would be interested or not. And I always started with my top three people. You know, some people call them your aces in the holes. I call them your laydowns. Those are your top three people that you know they're going to be interested in whatever you're doing. Doesn't mean they're going to sign up, but at least they're going to be listening to hearing, what it is that's going on. So I wrote down a few of those people. And what I did is I didn't Facebook people. I didn't text people. I didn't email people. I picked up the phone and I called people. I went through my list. I reached out to a few of my friends. The ones that got started with me right away, two fellows, one by the name of Chris, the other one by the name of Thomas. They signed up with me before I had my executive kit even in the mail. The third person came by the name of Eric. He came a few days later, which broke me as a rank of Rising Star Director. So in my first 10 days, I hit Rising Star Director, and I had 3 active promoters from calling people. From then, what I did is instead of right away recruiting, I took some time with those people within the first 24 hours of them getting started, because I knew that I had just gotten my 3. Now what I wanted to do is run them through the system, through the Getting Started training, memory jogger, and help them get their 3 customers and 3 promoters. So I work with them. I literally sent them the video. I walked them through the video. We built their list. We started reaching out to their close friends, close family members, and we started helping them get on the path to be able to hit director and get their product for free also. Now that those people were rocking and rolling in the first 24 hours of them getting started, I personally went back to my list and I started recruiting again. And I didn't rely on Eric, Chris, and Thomas to grow my business. I went back to recruiting, and I recruited the 4th person, the 5th person, the 6th person, the 7th person, the 8th person, the 9th person. I continued to recruit new people. And what I did is every time I would recruit someone, I would run them through the same process. I would get them started right the first 24 hours, get a game plan with them, and get them rocking and rolling on what they needed to do. Did everybody hit Rising Star? No. Did everyone get their 3 for frees? No. But what it allowed me to do is help them get started right and identify who are the people who wanted to do the work. Who are the people that wanted to run and grow the business. So now I had, not just the 3 people keeping me active as a director, but I have more people in my waiting room. So what I did is I'd give it, 30 or 60 days, and I would identify in my waiting room before I moved anyone. I would identify who's running, who wants this, who's actually doing the work and not just talking about they want it. And I would identify the people that are running. And from there, I would run contests with everyone in my waiting room. Simple things like, hey, if you get 2 promoters, I'll give you 1. Hey, if you reach 1,000 PQV in customer volume, I'll give you 1 promoter. And I would run contests to identify, again, who are the people that are going to step up and win that contest? Who are the ones that are going to run it? What I would never do is I would never take 1 person or 2 people and move them into someone's organization without them doing anything. Because if they didn't earn it, they can't sustain it. So I wanted to see the people who are going to do the work, who are going to, take the action and make it happen. So I would lay out those contests. We would make it happen. Whoever got 2 promoters gets 1. Whoever got 1,000 volume gets 1 promoter. And what would happen is it would create a frenzy of volume. And I was building depth. A lot of people that start this organization, they try to build in width, which is a great way to get a big paycheck for you and have your team have small paychecks, and you don't create any kind of long-term residual income. So I took everyone, and everyone I was bringing in, I was running contests, and I was building depth in my organization, which created a tremendous amount of stability. So at that point, Chris and I were able to run to regional director in 45 days, BMW qualified. And from that point, we looked at our organization. We had about 9 people in our personally enrolled. We were growing a team now. And I said, okay, now let's get to national. Let's get to the next level. So what do we do to go to national? We kept running the play. We kept running depth with those people in 3's. Get your 3 for free. Get your 3 promoters. Challenge parties, 3-way calls, all those things. Kept running in depth, but I went back to recruiting. I kept recruiting every month. We had a goal to bring in at least 4 to 6 new promoters. So we kept bringing in new promoters, and new customers too. Chris was crushing customers. Then we went national in 4 months, running the exact same play, the same thing, building in 3's. And then from there we went presidential in 5 months, and then we went ambassador in 10 months. And I can tell you, we did the exact same thing that we did that got us to director, and we just did it over and over and over again, and we taught the people to do it. Now here's the interesting thing. We're 2 years deep into this business. Eric and Thomas have since quit the business. The 2 people I initially signed up with, Chris is still building the business. However, those 3 people that I signed up, the 3 people, 2 of them were not the people that took us to ambassador. One of them, Chris, he still builds, is one of the individuals that took us to ambassador and rode with us. So here's what you need to know. If you're an associate running for director, or you just hit director, you can't rely on the people that you just signed up. You have to continue to recruit new people into your organization, new people every single week, every single month. And then that's how you're able to run contests, and that's how you're able to build depth. And if you're not doing that, you got no contests that you can run, and you're not going to have a lot of depth within your business. Your business is going to be very shallow, right? We want to build it deep, narrow, and wide. Really, really strong business. So that's the secret of how we built our business. It was really simple. It was in 3's. We still use that same philosophy today. We build in depth. We focus on, getting people to Rising Star, including ourselves, every single month. This month is the month of April. We've already sponsored 3 promoters out of the UK, and started growing teams in there. What do you think I've done? I sponsored 3 new promoters in the UK, and I've done the exact same thing. That took us to director, so to speak, and now I'm building depth. We've already got some amazing promoters that are already on the verge of hitting director. So you just run that play over and over and over, and that's how you create the duplication process. If you have any questions, I'm serious. If you're sitting and you don't know how to get to the next rank, you're not quite sure, I want you to ask questions down below. Somewhere in this video, there should be a comment section. And, get help where you need the help. And let's get you ambassador. It's not a complicated process. It's just running the same consistent play month after month after month. And you will break that, 6-figure from year income from home. I look forward to talking to you soon, my friends. Again, leave your comments, leave your questions. Please do that for me. You got to recognize when you need help. And we will talk to you guys very soon. Have a fantastic day.